Good evening. This is CTV News for Wednesday, March 11th. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Gina Barti. Thanks for joining us. 2 county schools will be closed tomorrow and Friday because of COVID-19. Eleanor Roosevelt High and the College Park Academy was shut down, according to school officials. A person affiliated with both schools had close contact with someone who traveled to a country under high risk for the coronavirus. As a precaution, officials say they're closing the schools for cleaning and sanitizing. Eleanor Roosevelt and the College Park Academy will reopen on Monday. Meantime, the World Health Organization officially declares COVID-19 a pandemic. The announcement comes as more than 118,000 coronavirus cases have been reported worldwide. This affects 114 countries, including Germany, Italy, Iran, South Korea, and the United States. About 30 people have died in the U.S. from the coronavirus.
WHO has been assessing this outbreak around the clock, and we're deeply concerned both by the alarming levels of spread and severity and by the alarming levels of inaction.
Meantime, the coronavirus is reportedly forcing many churches to close down. The Washington National Cathedral and about 260 other Episcopal churches in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia are set to close for 2 weeks.
The Prince George's school system is taking action to keep its students and employees safe from the coronavirus. At a press conference yesterday, officials outlined steps the district is taking to keep its facilities virus-free. They include frequent disinfecting of heavily used areas and making sure there is plenty of hand sanitizer and soap on hand in each school and office. Officials say they want to keep everyone safe.
This week, we are driving home that message in our schools by designating specific times of the day for young children to wash their hands and frequently reminding older students to do the same. The most important message that we want to send to parents is to please keep their children at home if they are ill.
And the district is hosting a telephone town hall tomorrow night for parents in order to answer questions and field concerns. It starts at 6:30.
As COVID-19 spreads, some colleges and universities are canceling classes in hopes of limiting the spread of the disease. Towson University and Morgan State, Loyola University, and the University of Maryland, Baltimore County have all canceled classes for the rest of the week. Johns Hopkins has canceled in-person classes starting today and will transition to remote instruction through April 12th. At the University of Maryland, where spring break begins next week, students are being asked not to return until at least April 10th. Beginning March 30th, classroom instruction will be conducted online. And at Bowie State, classes are canceled tomorrow and Friday. Students are being asked to stay away until April 6th while the university prepares for remote learning. Well, Prince George's County Executive Angela Alsobrooks has released her budget proposal for fiscal year 2021. The $4.58 billion package focuses on several key areas and represents a 5% increase than the current budget. Education takes up the biggest chunk with more than $2 billion. The budget includes funding for body-worn cameras for police and new recruit classes for both police and fire. Also, Brooks has also proposed more than $16 million for a new homeless shelter. And while she is confident her plan will be adopted, she acknowledges that the coronavirus will have an impact on the budget.
When we talk about the challenge of it, we know that, for example, you've seen the market difficulty, and so that means that some of our investments have changed, as well as the unanticipated expenditures that we will make to meet the challenges that we see with increased staffing and other things. And so we have to make sure that we are able to take care of our residents, but we do anticipate that with this there will be some increased financial outlay.
The County Council will review the budget and hold public hearings. It must adopt a plan on or before June 1st. Well, former Hollywood movie mogul Harvey Weinstein is sentenced to 23 years in prison earlier this afternoon. Weinstein will serve 20 years in prison for criminal sexual act in the first degree and 3 years for rape in the third degree. He was convicted last month.
A Marine from Germantown is killed in Iraq fighting Islamic State militants. Officials say Captain Moises Navas was one of 2 Special Operation Team members who died on Sunday. Navas and his colleague, Gunnery Sergeant Diego Di Pongo, were on a mission with Iraqi security forces when they were attacked. The 34-year-old, affectionately known as Mo, was born in Panama and grew up in Maryland. He joined the Marines back in 2004. Navas is survived by his wife, 4 children, and parents. Former Vice President Joe Biden keeps his momentum, picking up more delegates after winning primaries in several states yesterday. Biden prevailed in Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, and Idaho, bringing his total number of pledged delegates to 857. Bernie Sanders won in North Dakota. His delegate total now stands at 709.
More than a comeback, in my view, our campaign. It's a comeback for the soul of this nation. This campaign is taking off, and I believe we're going to do well from this point on.
Today, I say to the Democratic establishment, in order to win in the future, you need to win the voters who represent the future of our country, and you must speak to the issues of concern to them.
Biden and Sanders are scheduled to debate in Arizona on Sunday ahead of that state's primary election on Tuesday. Maryland's primary will be held on April 28th.